Hey guys, how you doing today? I am Pam.
And if this is the first time you're coming to the channel, welcome.
Welcome to the Pam fam. We're talking about rose fragrances in my collection. Seeing what 5 fragrances I picked from my collection. Please stay tuned. Feel like a thick, ordinary gourmand. It just felt enjoying the fact that that's on my arm right now. But I will be smelling it, okay? Lightly sugared biscuit. Fragrance for work. It's a fragrance that's innocent. This is my way. Guys, it smells like black opium. I went to Ulta card that says pink mahogany. Every single time I do a live, every single time I do a video, every single time I post something in it, you know, every move I make, you will know about it, okay? So you will know about it, okay? So please consider subscribing to the channel. Welcome back. Thank you very much for sticking with me. You didn't walk out the door. You know, you pressed the button, you stayed right here, you didn't go nowhere. I really appreciate you for that. Mwah! Another kiss. Thank you. All right, let's get started. So I'm gonna start with the easiest one to me first, okay? The easiest one for me right now is Elizabeth and James Nirvana. This is Nirvana Rose, guys. This bottle is nice and sleek. I love the design of it. I have about 5 of them, right? And this is probably my least favorite out of the entire line because I don't know why. I just like the others better, right? So if you want a clean, spicy rose, and not spicy as in black pepper spicy, but just, you know, just a little bit of edge to it, this is the rose for you. It is nice and clean. It's unpretentious. I just absolutely really like this fragrance because I like it. I can mix it with other fragrances and get perfectly beautiful fragrance, a result, okay? So this is Nirvana Rose by Elizabeth and James. I am not sure if this is still available. I really am not sure, but I know that at discount sites like TJ Maxx and Roche, and you could probably find it. So again, this is a clean, fresh, unpretentious, I don't even know if that's a word, but a rose that, you know, is straight to the point. And that's Nirvana Rose by Elizabeth and James. So the next rose I have for you guys, the next rose fragrance is Bulgari Rose Goldea. Guys, can we get a moment for the bottle, okay? Gorgeous bottle, beautiful design, very beautiful design. I absolutely love these bottles. They look stunning on your vanity. I think they do anyways. So this fragrance, it's sweet, but not overly like sickly sweet, nothing like that. It's just clean. If you want to think about a clean rose that has an element to it that's very, I want to say hoity-toity, but I'm just like, it's an element where it's like almost ethereal, kind of like the bottle, you know, kind of statuesque, like queen-like, you know. I think that this is a good one. If you have friends or family members you're wanting, you know, they like flowers and you want to get them something really simple, but smells really good, and it's not going to choke them out, it's not going to give them a headache, it's not going to do any of those things, I think Rose Goldea would be the one you may want to try, okay? So this is Rose Goldea by the House of Bulgari. The next fragrance I have for you, ooh yes, the next fragrance I have for you is none other than A La Rose by MAISON Francis Kurkdjian. Guys, this bottle is also really cute. There we go. So this is a really cute bottle. Take a look at the florals in the back, the design. Isn't that cute? This one here, I think this is the most uniquely clean rose in my collection. When I say uniquely clean, I mean there isn't saltiness in there. There is no sugar, like, you know, powdered sugar vibe. There is nothing in here, in my opinion, that speaks to anything other than a beautiful, probably 50 roses, maybe 60 roses. I don't know, but it just like you take your face and you put it in a bouquet of really beautifully well-grown roses. And that's what I get with this. Now, the cost is a little bit much, so I'm not going to be going spraying it all over the place. I do have it on my hand and it still has that beautiful floral, but mostly rose composition. There isn't any question about what the major fighter or the major player is in this bottle, okay? And that is A La Rose by MAISON Francis Kurkdjian. Now, another fragrance that I have in my collection that has rose in it would be this one here. This is Gabrielle by Chanel. Guys, this is the original, not the essence This is so beautiful. When you put it on your skin, you do get a slightly sweet, almost sugary vibe to it. But it's so beautiful. So, so, so beautiful. I find that whenever I smell this fragrance, I am taken to a space of where I'm feeling really comfortable and really confident. This rose isn't like the other two where it's like fresh green rose that you just cut from your garden and you place in a beautiful vase, or you place, you know, wherever you hold your roses or your flowers. No, this is one that you would think it's definitely blending with other flowers and other compositions or other accords, and it gives that beautiful, soft, well blended note on the skin, and it transitions absolutely just as beautiful. So I love the rose in here. I believe it's a May rose. I'm not 100% sure, but this fragrance here I absolutely love, and that's Gabrielle by Chanel. Now another rose in my collection is Rose Rouge by Van Cleef and Arpels. I talked about this in a couple of other videos. This one right here, my notes here, it says that it's sophisticated. That's a fruit. It has a fruity vibe to it, and it, to me, to my nose, it almost smelled slightly gourmand. Thinking of like, you know, like strawberry Kool-Aid or strawberry and cherry Kool-Aid. I don't know. I just, that kind of vibe with the drink, right? That's what I was getting, and I sense like sugar, like some sort of powdered sugar, the ones you just sift on the top of a meal on a beignet or something to that effect. That's what I got when I smell this. This is a beautiful rose. In my opinion, it's not like anything else. Everything I picked out, nothing smells like anything else. So just keep that in mind, please. Here, if you can get your nose on it, if you like sweet roses, I think this is a good one. If you know that somebody in your family or your loved ones or whomever loves sweet fragrances that are florals, this might be a good one for them. And this is Rose Rouge by Van Cleef and Arpels. Now another house that I absolutely love, and it's because of their fragrances, of course, but it is Artelier or Atelier des Ors. And this here, my dears, this is Rose au Maillard. Let me talk to you about the bottle. Every time I am picking up these bottles, I have to shake them because I love the gold flecks that's in there. I could just sit there and play with it like a cat with, you know, strings and stuff. Yeah, that's me. Okay, so this is Rose au Maillard. Guys, this one is a sweeter, honeyed rose. In my opinion, when I put this on my skin, I get a slightly boozy, slightly smoky, a little bit smoky, a little bit sweet. Well, no, a lot sweet actually when I am smelling this. I really, 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 really love this fragrance. One of the things I also love about this fragrance is that it lasts a good amount of hours. I would probably get about 5 or 6 hours just literally from the projection, walking around, smelling myself in a really straightforward manner. But for the most part, when it dries down on my skin, I still get compliments where people would say, you smell really nice, you know, that type of stuff. Now, it's been said if people say your perfume smells nice, then that's not a good compliment. I don't care, I'll take it. Okay, so Rose au Maillard, if you can get your nose on this, would be one I think is a beautiful rose that you can wear or gift. Next rose that I have for you, my dears, is one that I have talked about and talked about and talked about and talked about. Yes, I have. My dears, I love it. I love it terribly. I love it so much that my bottle is dirty, okay? And if you can see, I put a dent in her already. And that, my dear, is Roses Beberance. I have worn this fragrance when I first got it a lot. And then I had to temper it down because it was hard to come by. It was sold out for a little bit. Oh my gosh. I've got almonds in here. I've got nuts in here. It's a gourmand lover's dream, in my opinion. This is a jammy, and I'm talking about if you were to open a bottle of or jar of jam and you put your nose to it and it says strawberry jam, but instead it's rosy jam, you know, with a little bit of almonds in there, like amaretto. Guys, that's what I envision with this. I love this fragrance very much. This is my #1 Maison Lancôme fragrance. Hands down, my #1. Now, some people said that it smells like this and it smells like that, toes or whatever the case is. I don't get none of that. I get none of that. If somebody's toes smell like this, that's some good smelling toes. That's some good smelling toes. I don't get none of that. I absolutely love this. This is rosy, it is jammy, it is sugary, it is sweet, it is nutty. That's what this fragrance is about, and I am all in for it. Yes, I am all in. And that's Roses Beberanzo by Maison Lancôme. So another rose in my collection, notice a trend, right? Another rose in my collection is Oud Bouquet. Guys, it took me some time to get this, and I've already talked about what story that was about walking into the mall in Miami and my husband not liking the smells, etc., etc. But I absolutely love this fragrance. Again, another gourmand fragrance, but it's much more smoky, much more woody, much more oudi because of that element, right? So for me, it's a great blend between rose and wood, rose and smoke. I really adore this fragrance. Nice and sweet and dense, but you have to be careful. It is a beast, a beast. You do not want to overspray this bad boy. Now, on my notes here, I have Oud Bouquet as sweet, oudi, salty, and sensuous. Now, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't my skin I got that saltiness from, but I got like a slight saltiness. That's what I get. Just a tad bit. But mostly oud and rose. And on my skin is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And that's Oud Bouquet by the House of Maison Lancôme. Now, this one here, I was going back and forth on whether or not I really wanted this fragrance, but then when I purchased it and I started wearing it, then I realized that I actually like it. And this is Magnolia Rose from the House of Maison Lancôme. Notice a trend. Yes, I am down that Lancôme deep, okay? This, my dear, is Magnolia Rose. Sophisticated. Sexy even, you know? Slightly, you know, slightly offline with the rose, because what I get when I smell this, I smell the rose, but I smell mostly magnolias. And it takes me back to when I was in North Carolina many years ago, over 20 years ago. And the magnolia, you know, the tree blossoms and stuff like that. That's what I get when I smell this. And it took me right back to that space. You know, this is over, like I said, over 20 years ago. And I am like, okay, that's what I'm smelling. So when I sprayed it on my skin, what I got was a slightly steely note, and I didn't know where that was coming from. So it's sort of like metal. And then I was like, oh, steel magnolias. I wonder where, you know, maybe that's where they got that name from the movie, you know, steel magnolias. But I did get a sense of a metallic vibe to it, but not off-putting, not off-putting. The other thing is this would look like it's not going to hurt you, meaning you spray too much of it, but it can. So you also have to be careful about spraying this because the potency is there, okay? So this is Magnolia Rose by the House of Maison Lancôme. My dears, the next one I have for you is Sivadora by the House of Sillage. Guys, this is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. A lot of times people are talking about this fragrance. They're talking about the strawberry, the fruity aspect of it. And although it's fruity, it's mostly rosy to my nose. I do smell the fruit, the strawberry, but I also definitely smell the rose, the nice dark rose. This is also a fragrance that is sort of deep. It's a little, you know, thick, but it's also a little sweet, well, a lot sweet actually, and slight smokiness to it. I cannot wear this fragrance a lot. I have to take my time when I'm wearing this fragrance because it can be a bit heavy and cloying to me. But I still really, 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 really like Sivadora. The one thing I would say about this fragrance is if you are going to spray it, you spray it on your extremities and the back of your neck, but not on your chest, so that you can give the fragrance a time to develop and you can get the rose coming out mixed with the sweet, you know, that type of vibe, okay? So Sivadora, one more thing I have to say about Sivadora is that Sivadora is made of 20 to 30% fragrance oil. So it will last on your skin and it will last even longer on your clothes. So please be wary of that. This is the House of Sillage Sivadora. What I would also love for you to do is, if you have any of these fragrances, if you have comments about them or you have questions about them, please, please, please put it down in the comment section. I implore you to do so. I love talking to you guys, okay? So I'm looking forward to reading your comments down below. So you've made it this far. Thank you so very much. Thank you very much for sticking with me. If you haven't subscribed yet, please consider doing so and then hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified every single time I upload something to the channel. Now, right about now, you should also see end cards on the side, above or below me. One will take you specifically to a video that either YouTube or I have chosen for you, and the other will take you to a playlist. You'll also see some artwork on the screen. That's my pride and joy. It's my daughter's artwork. Click on that and it'll take you straight to my channel so you can subscribe if you have not done so already, or you can watch more videos. So click on one of these or the artwork, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!